And I've got Marcus Aurelius with me.
Hello?
You there, Marcus?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, you're on there. All right. And I have a guest, P. Fitty. I got P. Fitty here. He's a neighbor, actually, and he's had an experience, and he wants to tell us a little about what happened to him when he was 3 years old, walking down a rural country road, and his brother had to go back, and he something happened, and his brother had to go back and get his dad to come looking for him, and he had some lost time. And all right, yeah, whenever you're ready. I think he's coming, but does sound interesting, eh, Marcus? What do you think?
You're cutting out a little bit, though.
I'm cutting out. I should be all right now. I don't know. It could be on your end.
It could be.
My end sounds pretty clear, so
Okay.
it should be fine on the recording. Patrick, you want to tell us your story now again? You can just do a shortened version or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
What's up, Marcus? Is it?
Yes.
He says, "Yo."
What's up? How you doing, brother?
Good, good.
Yeah, man. I just told a story again, but I don't mind saying it again. I'll make it short as possible. When people say they go through the abduction and all that, they don't remember of all this stuff happening because they don't want to give you memories of being haunted by this stuff. So it's most likely just go through white lights and you're in like a heaven feeling, and then they can throw you back in the same spot. You know, something later on, then some find you.
So you say that you were like kind of lost, and you were 3 years old, and your brother had to go get your dad to come find you?
We just one day running around, trying to go out, just having boys things, and suddenly maybe he couldn't find me, but I'm pretty sure I was abducted. So he brought my dad back to the same spot that we split up, trying to maybe hunt for like food or something, you know. And when he came back, he saw me on the road laying down, like dead sleep. And then because my dad drove back, that's when I started waking up. When he drove back like 20 minutes after, and I said to him, "What happened? How did I get here?" So we found you on the road. Why'd you walk so far?
And tell me about the light. You said when I talked to you earlier, you said you seen some kind of a really bright light.
It's a light where you
talk right in the light.
When you're young, you can't understand of anything. All you can do is sleep, and you know the light's there. But they probably didn't speak much because they probably had just do a quick test on me, and because I was young.
No, but you told me before the first thing you saw was a bright light that kind of went through everything.
Yeah, it's like a thunder strike, and it just went bright.
But it stays on.
Stays on.
Yeah.
Because usually if you hit by one of those hard, you probably won't survive, right? That's what it felt like. It just zapped you. You're down, and then suddenly you're in this good feeling that you don't think of bad things. You don't see bad things. It's just like a white light. You want to dream whatever you want to dream. They want you to feel comfortable so that they can do this testing on you and all that stuff, right? So a lot of people say there are different ways. Oh yeah, they saw this, they saw that. Why would you want a human to see this stuff and suffer and get scared? That's the reason why a lot of people would tell themselves a different story. But that's, I think it's a good thing. They have genetics to change people, clear the disease, can change their structure. Just like us, we can learn how to clone our human body, but they're probably way advanced to fix the human body. That's pretty much just it. I mean, I believe in that. And then if you do good, do bad, you just gotta do good as best you can in life. Once you live from the bad.
Yeah, a lot of people have said that. I've heard people say that when this bright light comes first, and it seems to be able to penetrate matter like walls and everything, even your own body. You can't see anything except this white light. It's like a snowblind or whatever. It's the opposite of dark. Like when it's really dark, you can't see, and when it's this amount of brightness, you can't see either.
Fiber optic lights. That's a good start. So you can build better than that. And there you go, lights.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's almost like some kind of an energy. I know it's some kind of an energy field, but it's like you said too. You told me that you could feel yourself being picked up by this light. Hey, bro. Didn't you say you felt yourself being picked up?
Yeah, it's not gonna feel like the heat feeling or anything. It's just feeling that they make sure you're comfortable.
Yeah, but they lifted you up, right?
Yeah, they try not to destroy anything of your body, blood, your DNA. They don't. There's no point of lifting someone and destroy them and trying to test them. And they probably have a good advanced technology during the 1976, about that time.
Oh, your little radio speaker freaked me out, man. I thought I was hearing voices in here, which isn't an uncommon thing, right, Marcus?
Yeah, really. It reminds me of this memory I had of.
Sure, bro. Anytime. It's a life because right now we're all getting old.
Of the
old retirement people, they're all trying to tell their story too. Which means it's good to feel it out, so then the heavens of another place they all want to go is that place.
Yeah, he says it was like a euphoric feeling, and you didn't want to come back from it, and you come back all healed. So it's kind of neat, and I've heard other people say that too, that they come back and they say they had a scar here or there, it's gone, and maybe they had a broken leg and a limp, that's gone. Their vision is perfect. They don't have asthma anymore. I've heard all these things. It's crazy. I want to be abducted again. Can they come fix me, please? My turn. Bring me back up there. What do you think, Marcus? You want to go? Are you there?
Oh yeah.
Would you like to be abducted if they could fix everything wrong with your body? Would you mind an anal probe?
No, I don't think so. We used to go out looking for them, and hoping we would run into one.
Yeah.
After that Close Encounters movie, we used to go driving out in the middle of nowhere at night. our cameras and stuff. Hopefully.
I saw one the other day, man. Did you hear me talk about it on the other show a little while ago? Tonight?
No, I tuned in late.
Okay, yeah. What I saw was it was from work, and it was like a well-lit parking lot, so you couldn't even really see the stars very well. So this thing was pretty bright, and I'd say it was to the north, and it was going west-east. It was about 11 o'clock, almost about 10 to 11 on Thursday. No, it was Wednesday night. I should write this down because I still remember all the details. But it was like it was kind of a shimmering object, like say you took a shiny piece of circular metal, like a coin, and it was really polished, or a little mirror or something, round mirror, and you flicked it through the air, and it's just randomly flicking different levels of brightness, but pretty sharp looking. It looked like almost like a sparkler, but not really. It was weird. This strangely blinking light with a random pattern of brightness, and sometimes it looked like more than one light, like a cluster of lights flickering and kind of. But it was moving horizontally across the sky, kind of a little bit up and down. I noticed it's definitely not a plane, and why, if it was a plane, it wouldn't drift up and down like that and kind of wind like a snake. And then it just went straight upwards, basically vertically towards space, and just it didn't take off at zoom, like it just went slowly up until like it was gone and you couldn't see it anymore.
Wow.
It was like cascading glass, like when the ice breaks at the end of the winter and the sun is shining on the ice and it's coming in towards the shore, but just a little spot of that in the sky. Yeah.
There's something called iridium flares. Have you ever heard of that?
No, this thing was moving intelligently. It was obviously moving, and like I don't know what the hell would do that. Anything iridium flares would they go horizontally and then go straight up, or like it went up way too high to be a drone or anything like that. It went way up and gone.
Yeah, that is very strange. I'm not sure what an iridium flare is exactly. It's some sort of satellite. I've never seen one.
No, this was no satellite. It was moving way too fast across the sky. It was moving at about the speed of an airplane if the airplane was up around 10,000 feet. Maybe a bit faster. But the speed wasn't what really caught my attention. It was just the weird way it was flickering, and a feeling I got, just a gut feeling that there they are. They're showing off to me again.
Well, you want to know something? This is how I think they slow up the human.
Nice.
You know how?
Sorry,
That's all right. That's the key. We got to take a break right now. Actually, we've gone past our 15 minutes, so take a short break.
Yeah, rock and roll, baby. Yeah, dig it.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm going to see it in just a minute here. It looks like it's going to show me this iridium flare. So anyways, the article I was just reading is saying that the question about birds sleeping while they're flying, which is now proven that they can actually sleep while they're flying, and both sides of their brain, both hemispheres, can both shut down, so they can go into deep REM sleep, rapid eye movement, and still navigate. They're not, obviously nobody really knows how they do that, but yeah, this.
So they fly with one eye open.
I don't. We're back on the air.
Hey,
so what is this?
I have a good thing to bring up. What do you guys think it's going to be like if disclosure comes? What do you think it'll be like in 75 years? Because it's not going to be called disclosure, it'll just be life. So they'll be talking about the time when the truth wasn't being told, so there'll be a new name for it.
Well, my thoughts on that is we've already had disclosure. I don't think you're going to get anything better than the ex-Minister of Defense from Canada coming forward and saying, yeah, there's UFOs, right on several shows.
It's just going to be common knowledge eventually. I mean,
what are they going to? Are we going to say that the ex-Minister of Defense of Canada is a kook? You don't think they screen these people? He wouldn't gotten that position if he was.
Yeah, but once like 95% of the population just becomes known fact, just could you imagine like 80 years from now, and there'll probably be classes in school that they'll study this time in history. They'll probably study all the people that helped get disclosure out. Won't that be weird?
I think
we'll be long gone.
I think the disclosure is going to happen the same that when we change the way that society is working right now, and first thing we have to do is get rid of money. The money is just nasty.
Yeah, it really is. It's the root of all evil.
It really is, and there is other ways to do it. No one can hardly even think past the way that things used to run before we had money, because most people that money is affected in a way that they're very greedy now. Everyone is very greedy because they're worried that they have this little tiny bit of money. They got to get through the week, and don't anybody look at me. I'm going to hide in my fucking little apartment or whatever and buy these little things that I need, and just to get by, and better not. Somebody might take some of my piece of pie. Instead, everyone's sharing with each other and trying to help each other out, growing gardens together and farming animals together. And
they're starting to do that up here in Portland. There's a lot of little house communities where they all get together and they share everything. It's pretty interesting. Do you guys have that back there?
I'm down in California, and I've heard of these things. There was a Craigslist ad, actually. They were looking for people a while back. I forget the name of it, but it sounds like what you're talking about.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to live in. I wonder what it'd be like. It might be interesting.
They kept you busy, I think.
That's true.
You had to work like 8 hours, and you do like an hour of guitar lessons or something.
They're kind of all in each other's business too, but that kind of community living is supposed to be. Most of the happiest people in the world are people that live in communities like that. And the Amish.
They did have some privacy. Yeah, the Amish. There you go.
Yeah, they don't even have electricity. There's a lot of Amish around where I used to grow tobacco at my family farm. And yeah, it's pretty neat to watch the way they live. But they do still use chainsaws, I've noticed. Believe it or not, that's one thing. There's certain things that they will use. Like they got chainsaws. Yeah.
I'm kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. They're not supposed
No,
to.
I believe you.
They're not supposed to be using that, but they do, because it would just it would be brutal for them to have to cut all that wood by hand. Like, you know what I mean? Like they use all wood to heat their houses and
To build furniture and build their buildings and everything.
Yeah, I think they
that'd
even.
take forever.
I think they're allowed to use like steam engines and shit like that too. I'm pretty sure they have things like that. Like, I've seen something even horse driven with belts the old way with. I can't remember what it was, some hay baler or something like that. But they actually had. The horse pulled this thing along, and it was sort of semi-mechanical on the back. It's just I think they just anything they don't want to be on the grid. They just don't want to be part of it's really what I believe in now too. After seeing it, really, that's the way for everyone to be. Like, they all help each other in a community. They're off the grid. They support themselves, and if your neighbor there down the road is having a hard time, then everybody in that Amish community gets together and helps that person.
Well, that's how it used to be. You know, if somebody needed help, the whole community helped them.
They still use money to a certain extent, but only to emergency things where they have to use the money.
Yeah, I'm sure. It'd be almost impossible not to. You can only barter so far.
Yeah, I've seen the horse and buggy at the grocery store. They still go to the grocery store and buy certain things. Whereas, if they had a bigger community, they might not have to do that at all. But
yeah.
I seen one guy drinking moonshine out of a big jug. It reminded me of the old pictures from the southern states. Like, he had a big, those big wide jugs, just like XXX written on it,
Yep, I have one of those right here.
Yeah, he was sitting.
1800s.
He was sitting in the back of the horses pulling them, and people driving in the front. He's sitting on a bunch of hay in the back with one of them jugs, just having a ball, drunker than a skunk. Oh, you could tell he was just wasted. So they have fun too.
They do drink, huh?
Oh yeah, they drink, and they make their own stuff. They make their own boozes.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, my first wife was Mennonite, but she was. Yeah. The only problem I had with the Mennonites is the way that some of them just won't leave their daughters alone, man.
All right. Yeah, baby.
So,
Yes.
Darren, have you ever seen any UFOs or anything? Have you ever seen anything weird? Or ghost or anything weird, cryptids, anything?
I see butterflies. Butterflies all the time when someone dies. It's really strange. They'll even land on me. The
Oh,
weirdest thing that's ever happened. I mean, landed on my son. He was on his way to school the day after my mom died. She loved butterflies, and he had a big bunch of butterflies, and they all hatched. And then a couple days later, he's going to school, and he goes, "If a butterfly lands on me, I'll know it's Grandma for sure." And he was only like 10. And sure as shit, he was on recess, and a butterfly landed on him and stayed on his shirt for like 3 or 4 minutes. I thought that was pretty cool.
wow. I got a thing with fireflies, actually. They kind of circle around me, like, and I don't know, I've seen fireflies out of season. Like, I'm not sure what they are. I don't think they're fireflies out of season. What the hell are they?
There's this one guy. He's an atheist, and he came in. He would come in all the time with his wife, and he'd come in sometimes just on business by himself. And he was staying on our mezzanine level, and he got pushed out of his bed onto the floor. And he came downstairs, and he checked out, and then he came back later, maybe 2 months later, with his wife. He was telling us what happened. He goes, "I never believed in anything, ever." He goes, "But I guarantee you that's happened to me." He goes, and I don't know what to think anymore. He was more agnostic and open to anything at that point, because he knew he felt it. It's really interesting.
That's cool.
Woke up in bed one day, Midwestern USA. You dreamt of California, meant everything for ya. You daydreamt through hallways across the USA. They said, gotta warn ya, journey to California. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. 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 In LA on the Walk of Fame, across America, yeah, now we're here in California. In LA on the Walk of Fame, across America, yeah, now we are here in California. You dreamt of paradise, you rolled a pair of dice, just wish to be the fun, yeah. Wanted fun in the sun, yeah. Packed your bags, packed your car. The sky was filled with stars. Long dry palm trees in the beach. Got everything in Cali. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. In LA
Black like a tar. Black, I'm proud you have to know who you are. Black like a tar. Africa is the motherland, big up every black superstar. Black like a tar. Black, I'm proud you have to know who you are. Black like a tar. Africa is the motherland, you have to know who you are. Them say, when you see black bus, you fit turn back. Them say, nothing good never come out of black. Get crack or spot, I say him too black. But my complexion, me say me know it. I'm proud to be black, I'm a black to be proud. Marcus Garvey lead out 10 million black. I'm black to be proud, I'm proud to be black. So if you with me, won't you shout it out loud? Boy, black like a tar. Black, I'm proud you have to know who you are. Black like a tar. Africa is the motherland, big up every black superstar. Black like a tar. Black, I'm proud you have to know who you are. Black like a tar. Africa is the motherland, big up every black superstar. Some bleach out them skin and think them out the win. Some bleach out them skin until it get thin. Some bleach out them skin, see that them can't hear the king. Now from your bleach out your skin, boy, you sin. Boy, I'm a true Rasta man. Listen to songs that I sing. I'm a true Rasta man, and me Babylon can't trim. I'm a true Rasta man, smoking me herb to win me thing. So Babylon listen to the fire when they are fling. Boy, black like a tar. Black, I'm proud you have to know who you are. Black like a tar. Africa is the motherland, big up every black superstar. Black like a tar. Black and I'm proud you better know who you are. Black like a tar. Africa is the motherland, big up every black superstar. I'll never betray my brother. No. Malcolm X come and teach the masses. Yeah. He said you better know yourself, be yourself, never be another one. So oh, could I man come betray? Yeah. I am who I am. Black like a tar. Black and I'm proud you have to know who you are. Black like a tar. Africa is the motherland, big up every black superstar. Black like a tar. Black and I'm proud I have to know who you are. Black like a tar. Africa is the motherland, big up every ghetto superstar. Them say when you see black post, you fit turn back. Them say nothing good never come out of black. But that was cake, I say him too black. But my complexion, they know it would not flop. I'm proud to be black, I'm black to be proud. Marcus Garvey lead out 4 million black. I'm black to be proud, I'm proud to be black. So if you with me, won't you shout it out loud? Boy, black like a tar.
Welcome to the Monster Castle Radio Show. For the extreme paranormal listener. And here is your host, the Wolfman Mike.
Oh yeah, this is where the real freaks hang out, alright, yeah. Let's get some rock and roll, baby, yeah.
Yeah! You're here. You are here. Where the hell are we? Who knows? Some rock spinning around in some endless expanse where really strange things hang around on the moons of Jupiter and spit ice up into the air. We don't know why.
Space clown.
Yeah. What do you think of that, Adam? The moons of Jupiter spitting ice up. Or water, actually.
Sounds
Water spouts. They're water spouts. Yeah. Which one is it? Is it Europa?
Yeah, Europa's the one that has that really thick ice crust that has the potential of having life underneath it in a very vast ocean.
No, but I believe that's the one that's actually got some kind of a 300-mile high geyser coming out of it right now. It's spitting out water up in a geyser.
That's interesting.
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
No, I haven't, no.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of exciting in different ways.
Yeah. So now, because they wanted to, send a craft to break into there. Richard Hoagland was talking about this for years, sending a craft to break in there.
Oh, yeah.
And
now they have the chance.
Well, now they don't have to break in because there's already a hole.
Yeah.
I mean, you could probably shoot some kind of a high velocity, like a what do you call that?
Railgun?
Well, just a kinetic weapon. Like a ton of lead that's just uses the gravity and goes straight towards that ice and then just smash.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Rock and roll smash. Here we are with Adam Watt, everyone. Adam Watt is an up-and-coming science fiction writer. I believe everyone's gonna probably one day talk about at their, science fiction people probably talk about him at the dinner table one day. What do you think, Adam? I hope so.
That would be pretty awesome.
Be better than like the 300 followers that I got and you got, but that's 600 altogether.
Yeah.
I don't even know how many followers I have now. But thanks to all of them, this is where we are now, because that's all it takes to get started. You got to start somewhere.
Exactly.
So this is Adam's debut